Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome to Isla Nublar 1993. In today's video, as you can tell by the trailer at the start of this video, we are going back 20 years and trying to rebuild Jurassic Park Operation Genesis in Jurassic World Evolution 2. But you may be thinking, why? Why am I doing this? Well, on March 10th, I believe tomorrow by the time you're watching this, or by the time this video goes up, I believe it'll be the 20th anniversary of Jurassic Park Operation Genesis. How awesome is that? 20 years of the game that pretty much started it all for all of us Jurassic Park nerds that absolutely love playing video games as well, especially park builders. Jpog for me was a park builder game that I played every single day after school throughout my whole entire childhood, and I love it. I love every single second of it. So what are we doing today? Well, just as the title says, we are attempting to rebuild Jpog 20 years later. We've got 3 mods added in this park build. I believe the first one you saw the trailer for. That's basically an overhaul, a complete overhaul of some species in the game. I believe Jpog had 25 species, correct me if I'm wrong, and all of those Jpog skin patterns are officially in the game now via mods. The next mod we have is right here where we can go to a facility path, place it down, and now we have a Jpog path mod. Not quite as good as the one from Jurassic World Evolution 1, however Jurassic World Evolution 2's mod is still usable, and let's say it's more modernised as well. Not only that, but I believe you can probably hear some music in game right now. I'm not sure if the music is supposed to play from Evolution 2, but I have a music mod made by Mecha who was able to add some Jpog music into the game. So I'm not sure if this is the general background audio that's added. If not, I'm going to have to edit that in and try to play around with it to try and make this feel as authentic and nostalgic as possible. But I do know for a fact that when you do release dinosaurs, it plays the OG soundtracks, I can promise you that. Not quite with the audio names, but I'll try and edit those in as and when we release these dinosaurs. Now, unfortunately, there aren't many Jpog mods available via Jurassic World Evolution 2, which to me is quite a shame. Because imagine how cool it would have been to be able to have the classic JP model right here. I think that would be quite awesome. But unfortunately there aren't many models or mods for Jpog in Jurassic World Evolution 2, so we're going to have to make do with the Jurassic Park set right now. Hopefully more does come down later through the line of whatever mods are releasing. But for the time being, we're going to focus on the Jurassic Park sets and maybe some Jurassic World ones here and there. Now, I'm not too sure about you guys, but I like to always place my entrances in Jpog somewhere random. So we'll put them, let's say in the middle. I want to see what it's like over there. Is it nice over here? I'm not too sure. I'm starting to realise how small this map is, but we're going to play it authentically, so that means no curved fences, only rectangular fences and rectangular pathing, which is going to be fun, I can tell you that. So we'll do what I typically do in Jpog when I was playing it, and we'd expand the path just like this. There we go. And I believe when we do go to guests, we should have... Okay, we'll put some hotels and restrooms and all of that in. But are there any drink stuff? There should be drink stuff, right? Okay, well, unfortunately, we've come across our first problem. The Return to Jurassic Park DLC in Jurassic World Evolution 1 did have some Jurassic Park themed stuff. Unfortunately, they don't really have this in Evolution 2, so we're going to have to use the amenities and then try to theme them as Jurassic Park as possible. So when I do get to that, I'll probably do some sort of speed build. Okay, we've tried to make it as Jurassic Park as possible. I'm not sure how I feel about having the restroom like exactly when you walk in from arriving. We have to wait and see how I feel about that. Oh dear, okay. But yeah, I always used to do like a little a box, let's say. Oh, can I get it closer actually? Even closer than that. can. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. I like that. Yeah, I used to do like a little box as an entrance. So we're going to do something very similar and see how much I can build. Fortunately, it's going to be a little bit irritating around the back of these buildings, but that's okay. So we'll do a little box just like that. We can probably try and fill this in with trees right here. We cannot, so I'll do that manually. Unless I can, actually. If it's going to be nice to me is the question. Lovely. That is satisfying. That's really satisfying. I like that a lot. And then if we go to decorations, we go to trees, we should, if it will let us. Yeah, okay, so there is an area, so we'll do one there. And we'll do one there. Yes, I like that. I'm really chuffed with that. Let's delete these little corner sections over here. And then, because what I did notice is that I didn't really have a design thing here where I can make a Jurassic Park styled thing. So I was hoping maybe... okay, there's a problem there. That's annoying. Okay, hold on. Let's see if we can expand this just by a little bit. Okay, is that going to work now? It is. Nice. Although, it's quite annoying. Because when it shows on this view that there's a little gap there, and I don't think the pedestrians will use that unless they go to the restaurant. Or the restroom, sorry. Let's give it a go anyway. So I'm going to place this down here, and I'm going to see if I can design it. Building style Jurassic Park. Maybe that was the issue? Yeah, actually. Oh, I don't want to change it. I'm going to test something quick. Okay, yeah, so it was my bad. So yeah, they'll have Jurassic Park styled stuff, but I don't really see anything like a thatched roof. So maybe it is just the smaller sections here. So what we are going to go ahead and do is design this one with Jurassic Park in mind. We'll do a large one because this is like the large main area, and then when we get to other places, we'll do like a smaller entrance area. But yeah, so the roof designs is what I wanted the most, but these are way too Jurassic. Oh, that's quite nice though. That is quite nice. But these are way too Jurassic World style, so we're going to go with the thatched roof. Although that's thatched roof 01. I think I prefer 02. We'll keep the 02 design right now. Oh, that's so annoying. Why? Why? Look how perfect it would have been. Oh, that's really annoying. Okay, can you move buildings in this game? I can't remember. Yes, you can. Okay. Let's just move this to the side a little bit, and we'll move this one as well. And now we should... There we go. Now we can create paths. Nice. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. Going to connect it up this way as well. And we will have a path in the middle, going out that way, and we'll have a path in the middle here. Is that in the middle? More or less. Maybe a little bit on this side. There we go. We'll have it coming out this way as well. So yeah, that's basically what you had to do for Jpog. Slightly irritating, the way I remember it. I always wanted curved roofs or curved pathing and fences and all of that stuff, and we never got it, but we finally have it here. Small hotel. Can I fit another one in is the question. I don't think I can. No, because of the design. I wish you could flip buildings. That would be something quite cool. I wish you could flip them. Although something's not connected by a path. Is it this? Why not? We'll go ahead and place an emergency shelter here, because they were also in Jpog, so we have those. I was hoping to get like a really authentic build of Jpog, but unfortunately that wasn't the case. That's like the buildings like the sentry turrets and the cameras, they just weren't added via mods, unfortunately. So hopefully eventually somebody does make them. And I think what we are going to try and do is something that I also used to do, is go behind the back of the arrival center. So we're going to try and measure this nicely. So we'll do 2 after that, and we'll try to connect it. Because what I do realise is that we do need an area where we are going to be able to release dinosaurs. And we'll try to keep it Jurassic Park themed. So we'll go Jurassic Park, hatchery. And we'll place down a hatchery. I know hatcheries used to be in the actual enclosures in Jurassic Park Operation Genesis, but unfortunately you need everything connected to paths in this game. Just slightly irritating, but it's okay nonetheless. I believe the high security fences as well. So we have the low security fence. There was a medium security fence in the game as well. This looks more like low security, to be honest. But we also had a high security fence, which was this one. What I'm going to do actually is continue to bring the paths forward, just so I can measure where the fences are going to go. Because at the end of the day, I wouldn't be opposed to maybe editing this later down the line and making an enclosure out of it. This is just so we can get some dinosaurs going as quick as possible. And we don't have to build a hatchery for every single enclosure like we did in Jpog. So it's Jpog just with a little bit more fun. And if I am right in thinking, I believe there are a certain amount of starting dinosaurs that you could have had with when you started a new save file in Jpog. So that's what we're going to try and go off. I'm trying to see what I can do with this hatchery. Try to keep it to the side a little bit. I think that might be a cool addition. The only issue is that I need to also place down an attraction, a viewing gallery. But obviously that's not going to work with a path being there. So I think we'll delete that for the time being. And then we'll expand a fence out from here. I think we'll do low security. Whatever dinosaur we're going to get is going to require a low security. So place that there. I wonder, can we attach? We can attach. Okay, that's bliss. So that's what I'm going to do then. Okay. That's worked out quite nicely actually, so we'll continue making this enclosure. Again, we have to keep it all on right angles. We can't do any fancy shit, I'll be honest with you. So we'll keep building. The only fancy shit that I remember being able to do is like little corner pieces like that, which just added a little bit more character to your enclosures. So yeah. What I have noticed is I don't really have any mountains, which mountains were a big case in Jpog. Same with rivers, so I'll leave that down to you guys if you want me to go ahead and build some sort of like mountains that I have to avoid or build into enclosures, or if you want me to build rivers potentially going through this portion of the map. It's not a massive map because I don't think we have many species to play around with, and if we do, we'll probably be placing them in here anyways. But yeah, so I'll leave that to you guys. Let me know in the comments what you want to see. If you want me to build terrain and we can build around it, or if you just want me to build it as it goes. Okay, so I've gone ahead and placed another viewing gallery here just because the view radius wasn't too great over here. So we've done that. Now we have to choose the dinosaur. So I'm going to have to choose the dinosaur. I don't know which dinosaur breed I actually want. So I remember you always have a herbivore or a carnivore to start off with. And I think Albertosaurus was one of them. And we do have a skin pattern for Albertosaurus. You can't see it obviously, but we have it here. So we can save and exit. There was an Ankylosaurus Jpog skin pattern I think as well. I think, yeah, it's just this one here. So we'll save and exit for that. Acrocanthosaurus also had one, but it wasn't a starting dinosaur, which is interesting. We have to remember which dinosaurs were starting dinosaurs and which ones were ones that we had to excavate and get later on. So I've been looking at these species. I remember Torosaurus was also one of them that you used to be able to get. So what I think I'm going to do, I think Torosaurus was one of the first ones. So we'll get Torosaurus. We'll have Torosaurus in a separate enclosure. But I think out of the carnivores that we started with, I think Ceratosaurus might be the better bet. So we'll go with Ceratosaurus in this enclosure. We'll get... I used to always have two at least. I'm not too sure. Maybe we'll have the three potentially. What traits did it have? Okay, we'll just get those ones going. Yeah, we'll have three and see how they go. Before I release them, I'm going to do a really quick build of making a nice enclosure for them. And I kind of remember how I used to do them in Jpog, so I'll try to follow that. Okay, nothing too special. What I used to have is like a little open area in the middle of the enclosure. And then because I had unique fencing, I always kind of like built the fence in water kind of thing. So I used to do this. I'd probably end up building another enclosure here just to add on to it, just for the sake of doing it. I don't know why. I used to love building like that. And then we used to have like forests on the outside, and you'd be able to look in to the forest and see them roaming about. Although typically there used to be a little bit more forest in Jpog around the viewing galleries. Let's take a look. Yeah, that's a little bit more. I'd say that's a little bit more. And I'd always have one goat feeder because they only fed by goats. So we'll pop a goat feeder there. No, we won't because that's deleted too much. We'll pop a goat feeder maybe in the corner. Yeah, it wants to be nice. Thank you. And we'll fill this in again. There we go. So we've got a goat feeder. That's not a goat feeder. That's just the carnivore feeder. That's a goat feeder. Okay. We'll replace that then. And we'll also pop one over here. Why the hell not? And now we can release our first creature from this Jpog Park build. I'm excited. Let's check out the model. Is it like Jpog's? Oh, it is.
Ladies and gentlemen,
wow.
We wish to announce that the Jurassic carnivore Ceratosaurus is now. Please enjoy.
So yeah, unfortunately, audio is quite hard to mod in Jurassic World Evolution 2, so they don't quite have the roars, but I'm sure you guys remember what the Ceratosaurus roar sounded like. So yeah, look, it's like Jpog. I'll put an image on screen, but it does look a lot like Jpog. And obviously, you know what the Jurassic World Evolution 2 Ceratosaurus does look like. But yeah, no, it looks awesome. I feel like I'm playing like an updated Jpog right now. It's fantastic. I'm just going to quickly do a little bit more foliage around the outside of the open area, just so we can kind of see where it starts to blend into a foresty area. And yeah, that seems a little bit better. So they'll go and drink over there. To be able, I don't think they have a good view radius over there. Oh no, they're in view. Yeah, okay, they're in shot. Never mind. What I was going to do is try and add a viewing platform, because as you guys remember, in Jpog you could always put viewing platforms. It was brilliant. Although that had a 360 radius of views. This one you just kind of have a circle wherever it's looking. Okay, nice. I'm really chuffed with that. So what we might go ahead and do is build yet another one, and I kind of want to do something similar. So I think I'll probably build the Torosaurus exhibit over here. And I just had a thought actually, because I used to put Styracosaurus, Torosaurus and Triceratops together, the three ceratopsians of Jpog. So I need a slightly larger exhibit. So how am I going to do that? Again, I'm going to try and be as authentic as possible when it does come to placing down these massive hatcheries. Although I do want one hatchery thing over here where I know for a fact that I can transfer dinosaurs should I need it if I run out of space. And I believe for the trikes or the ceratopsians, you needed a little bit heavier grading on your fences. Now the big question is, can I pop this on a fence? I can indeed. That makes life so much more easier. So we'll go ahead and do that as well, and we'll try to keep this as straight as possible. The way I'll do this is try to connect that up as well. Okay, it's not too straight, which is slightly annoying me, but that's the best we're probably going to be able to get. So I'll delete this. I did kind of like this enclosed area, but I don't think I'm going to follow that, and I don't think I'm going to have the enclosure quite so big. But what I am going to do is kind of cut off the enclosure here, and then we'll continue round. Okay, so there you have it. We have this little section right here. Although it's quite annoying. I think I might want to put some more paths here. How's that look? Nah, that just looks too goofy. We'll get rid of that. But I remember I used to make like really big plazas for our guests, and I'd always put like some sort of fountain in the middle. We don't have the similar fountains, unfortunately, which again I assume is quite an easy mod to make. Unfortunately, people are neglecting it. Come on, let's make some more Jpog mods. But yeah, so we've managed to try and find an alternate, and we've put down these fountains for the time being. And we've also put down some gourmet steaks here, just so we can encourage people to start walking this way. So yeah, we've got this section pretty much on wraps, on sorted now. There's not really too much to do besides check out the Torosaurus. We won't quite release Styracosaurus and Triceratops just yet, simply because, again, we already know what they kind of look like, and we know that we unlocked them later on, let's say. Torosaurus was always one I think that would always be on 55%. I think dinosaurs like Tyrannosaurus and Edmontosaurus were also there as well. So yeah, so I think it is selected. I'm going to double check. Yeah, there we go. So we've got the Torosaurus selected. I'm quite intrigued. I did always like the Torosaurus model. So we're going to go ahead and get 4 of them. Select them and go for it. So yeah, we're going to get 4 of them. I remember I used to love Torosaurus. I love Styracosaurus, even the Triceratops as well. For some images and from the trailer that we've seen at the start of this video, we already know that the Triceratops looks awesome, but now it's time to check out the Torosaurus and see what it looks like.
We are happy to
Wow.
announce the arrival
Oh,
of our
wow.
newest dinosaur, Torosaurus. This feisty
Loco
herbivore
Zhang
from
and
contagious
everybody else who worked on this
will
mod.
entertain
Well
everyone.
done. Well done. Look at this creature. Oh, I could stare at him all day. I could stare at him all day. It's gorgeous. The Torosaurus is absolutely stunning. It's nothing like what we have in Jurassic World Evolution 2, and that's why I liked it so much. But yeah, welcome to the Park Torosaurus. Now what we're going to go ahead and do is that anybody who is named or subscribed to my Patreon, you can find a link down in the description below. You'll be named after one of these dinosaurs, even the exhibit, let's say. So you'll be named after one of these dinosaurs should you request it. So feel free to let me know over on Patreon and subscribe. Anybody with a Humanocephaly level or higher, I believe, gets their name on a dinosaur. So yeah, feel free to go on over to the Patreon. I believe the Torosauruses should be okay. They need more ground fiber. We did put quite a lot of ground leaf down, just because it's right there. So we'll go for ground fiber. I assume that the Trikes and Styracos should be okay with ground fiber as well. But yeah, so we've built a really nice exhibit, really nice enclosure. I'm hoping maybe Torosaurus and Trike will stay here, and then we'll have Styracosaurus over here as well. But yeah, I mean, just taking one look at this creature, it gets me happy. It gets me so happy. Oh, it's been 20 years since the release. Tomorrow, actually, March 10th, 2003 was the release of Jpog. So almost 20 years. And we get to see Torosaurus from Jpog in Jurassic World Evolution 2. Oh, we've got a little animation happening over there as well. They're fighting. There we go. Alright, so that's where I'm going to wrap up today's episode. In the next episode, we'll go ahead and probably try to do more sections like this, just so it's not enclosure after enclosure, because look right here, the path kind of looks bland and boring. But before we do that, we're going to go ahead and open the park.
Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to declare the newest wonder of the modern world, Jurassic Park, now open.
And now, as you can see, the helicopter's flying away, and we should be getting our first guests into the park relatively soon. But in the meantime, thank you all so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed, be sure to press the like button, and don't forget to subscribe to more, or shall I say subscribe for more Jpog and Jurassic World Evolution 2 content here on YouTube. We cover everything to do with the Jurassic franchise, so again, you might even learn a little bit more checking out my canonical videos. But in the meantime, and most importantly, make sure you're all staying safe out there, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.